Hi there guys, welcome to the channel. As you can see from behind me, we are not at Caerphilly Castle this time. That is because we're at Cefn Mabry Lakes due to us not being in a lockdown anymore in Wales. So we're here for a 24-hour session. Me and Tom came shortly after work, so it was a bit of a rush getting everything together. However, we have got the rods out now. We're both fishing completely different tactics, but we'll talk to you about that later in the video. What we can say is it is autumn. Temperatures have dropped quite a bit over the last couple of days, so we have tailored our fishing style to that. We confident for a fish? Yeah, this is pretty much it's been my stomping ground now for the past, I'd say 6 to 10 years. So I like to believe I know this lake pretty well. But as fishing goes, just catching one fish is a bonus. So if we get 2, 3 or even 4, you know, we'll be over the moon. One thing I am hopeful for though is, whilst I've caught, you know, quite a few 30s, I've never caught a 30 from this lake. They do go up to about 37, 38 pounds. So if I do get amongst the 30s, I am going to be one happy chappy. And that will be, well, it better be captured on this camera, Tom. It better be. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there for the time being because, like I said, it's been a bit of a manic to get everything set up. So me and Tom are going to have a cuppa now, get some food down us and talk tactics for the rest of this session.
Hi guys, it is now the morning after the very uneventful night before. Going into last night it did look good and we had our hopes quite high. We've seen a lot of fish showing on the surface as it was getting dark and while we were setting up, but unfortunately for us nothing came of it. We did have a lot of liners throughout the night and we were kept up pretty much consistently throughout the night with beeps going off on both of my rods over in the corner, but again nothing came of it. The weather has really taken a change. You know, it's raining now, it's a lot different to what it was yesterday. The pressure is right on the floor, whereas yesterday was really high. And yeah, we're feeling quite confident. There's a lad opposite us, pretty much dead opposite us on the other side of the lake. He's had definitely one fish this morning, possibly playing another one right now, which is good. Gives us a lot of confidence moving forward. We've got a couple of hours left of the session. We're going to get the kettle on now, have a brew, and then we'll get back to you and talk a little bit about our tactics later on. Well, check this one out. A couple of ounces over 25 pound. Little bit of a story behind this one. I had to shoot off this morning. I had a puncture on the way into the fishery yesterday afternoon. And obviously I had to go get that sorted. But yeah, came back, chucked the rods out. Nick and I had a sit down to discuss what we're going to film for the rest of the session. And yeah, less than half an hour, the rods absolutely screamed off, resulting in this gnarly old guy. So yeah, gonna get some photos done, slip this one back, and then we'll talk you through the tactics we used to catch this fish. Right guys, so now we're going to take a look at the setup that done me the fish earlier, and it's very, very simple. It's just a solid bag. Reason I started using these solid bags on this venue is primarily dominated by boilies, and I wanted to be different. I started using these sort of late autumn into early winter about 2 years ago, and they started doing fish for me from the off, so I've had no reason to change. Don't fish this venue very often, so when I do, I know exactly what I'm coming for. I know exactly where I'm fishing, what I'm going to use. It's very, very easy and really convenient on short overnight sessions like I normally do. The rig itself is very, very simple. It just consists of a 12-inch section of lead core, 3-ounce lead or a 2-ounce lead depending on how far I'm fishing. Basically, the further I'm fishing, the heavier the lead. And then the rig itself, very, very simple. Don't really need to go through this. We've all seen solid bag rigs before, but it's a 4-inch rig made up of supple braid with a size 6 wide gape hook and a very lightweight and very well balanced 8 by 13 mil dumbbell hook bait. And yeah, as you've seen, it's done a fish already. Fairly confident of another chance, to be honest, before we go. The weather's prime now, it's really looking good. And yeah, I'll get this tied up in a bag, get it on the spot, and we'll see you later on.
So I'm just going to show you the rig I've been using on this session so far. Quite simply, the famous Ronnie rig. I've got 6.5 inch of stiff boom, a size 4 curved shank and a cork dust wafter. I predominantly use boilie on this water and have done to great success. However, on this occasion, I haven't been that successful. As we've seen already, Tom is caught on solid bags, so it'd be silly for me to not change over to that method as we've only got 2 hours left. So what I've done, my left hand rod is back on the same spot but with a solid bag. I have seen showing fish on down the margin on my right, so I've lowered a solid bag onto the area where I've seen showing fish. But as I said, we've got 2 hours left now. We're going to start packing the gear away slowly, but you know, 2 hours is a long time, and you know, there's still time to catch a fish. Am I confident? Yes. But like I said, we've got 2 hours. I'm going to get the gear packed away and hopefully catch you again shortly. So that's it for this session. Unfortunately, I didn't get amongst the fish this time, but as you've seen earlier in the video, Tom had that lovely mid-20 mirror. If you have liked what you've seen, please give us a subscribe and hit that like button. Also give that bell notification a hit, and that will notify you of our next video that will be up shortly. Take care and tight lines.